Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Carmen's Creations. I'd like to say hello. I'm about to start doing these videos semi-sporadically, maybe even regularly. I've come on to show you my bowls. Everybody's been making bowls and it seems to be the thing to do right now in the slow stitch. I'm following the instruction that Sarah from Roxy Creations with Sarah had. This is a little bowl with some lace pieces, some little stitcheries, lots of scraps. There's some extras. And I just had some straight stitch all the way around and finished off with a blanket stitch. Now the second one, I found my bling. I found the sari silk fabrics. And this little sweetie was the second one. It's got jewels, it's got sequins, it's got metallic thread, and I've got two different fabrics on it, just patched together. There's all different patches there, but they all came together and looked like one piece. I've got a piece of blanket in that one. It's just a sweet little one. And then I kept going and I found some more sari fabric, more beads, more motifs to cut out, and just using two different fabrics again. I put one piece of sari fabric over the edge this time and I just stitched it down both sides with a herringbone, just to neaten the edge off all the way around. This was the third one. Again, it's all sari fabric. I really love this side. I love that black and white with the red and green and gold. Little piece of braid there up over the join, and again I've used cretin stitch this time, or cretin, whichever way you like to pronounce it. Herringbone up around this edge. And then number 5 come along and I used bits and pieces again of fabric and little bits of doily, little bits of embroidery. And then on the outside I've added a little fringe trim and some pom-pom trim. Little tiny stitcheries that I've done. This little one is a mushroom with a snail on top and a doily motif. So these are mine. Slightly different, still the same. This is the blanket that I've used to put inside them. It's just an old, worn, soft, very soft blanket. And I thought I'd give it a try later with making one out of this. It's just a piece of fabric from a previous project that I have ironed onto a piece of thick interfacing. Wadding almost, but not quite as thick as wadding. And I thought I might show you what I do. It's not much different to what Sarah did, so there's not a lot of, I can do it. I've marked out, to mark mine, I fold them in half. And I use my blue pen and I'll put a mark like this on both sides. Open it up and fold those two marks together and then mark again. Then I pick these two ones and join them to the other two so that I can get 5 and 6. Turn it over again, 7 and 8. So mine have 8 slits, and the 2 slits add up to the same as what my base is to get this shaped bowl. The big one, I think I'm going to make it a bigger bowl with less of a lip. I then snip. My measurements were 7, so as I said, I cut half of the diameter and leave half. So 7, so 3.5 inches in the middle, 1 3/4 inches on either side I snip. I just snip in like this, same as everybody else. I was watching Dawn yesterday and I really love her bowls with the pieces that are pinched out on the sides to hold the cotton reels. I'm going to have a go at that. Now, with my bowls, I just eyeball. That's about 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch by 8 is going to give me 4 inches less around the circumference of the circle than I had before. I never ever measure. I think I've done enough sewing in my life to know how big 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch and 1 inch is. Even though here in Australia we use centimetres. I've been a quilter for years, and in quilting you use imperial measurements. So in all my stitching, even in my dressmaking, I measure my clothes in inches rather than centimetres. And that's going to be my little bowl. This one will have like Sarah, Dawn and all the others and Rachel, I sew through from here to there on each piece, and then I sew around the edge so it doesn't flare too much. I don't know whether anyone does that, but I do before I start putting my scraps on, my patches. With this big one, I want to go, it's 11 inches across. Now if I was to do half, that would be 5.5 in the middle. 5.5 divided by 2 is 2 3/4. But I want a lower lip, so I'm just going to go 2. So I'm just going to measure 2. On each side. them up. Put a mark there. Put a mark there. Come back. Again, mark my 2 inches. Fold them again. That's bit to there. And that bit to there. Put a mark. I'm going to turn it again to get the other ones. Sorry if I'm going too fast, but I think after everybody has already made these, it's much the same action with everybody's. Now, here we go. And last one. Cut those. Maybe I should have had more, but I think the 8 should be enough. One more. What do we need? An inch, maybe? Yeah. I'm going to put an inch in this one because it's a bigger one. Bigger circumference, bigger round. You'll get a lot of silences with me. I'm not used to talking to myself, so it's sort of hard to start. Maybe later on I might be able to get chatty like everyone else seems to. Yeah, I think that's all right. Going to have a... Yeah, that looks good. Alright, that's all for me today, I think. I'll check this out, see if it's good enough to put up, and maybe I'll come back after with another one showing how I go from here. Okay, bye.